And we're starting streaming here. Let's see how we do here. And are we live? Live. We're live. We're live for 2 seconds. How's it going, everybody? Let's see who jumps in here. We're going to see what we can do. See if we can share this. Oh my God. What the hell am I thinking? Anyway, let's see who jumps in here. Hey, Don Barton. Hey, Medieval Evil. That's a good name. I like that. Medieval Evil. Swearing fruits. Hey, everybody. Eric the Guitar Master. Really, Eric? You're a guitar master. Okay. Brandon Fox, Jason Simmons. Holy, look at everybody jumping in here. Holy crap. Wow, everybody's bored tonight. Holy shit. Hey, Henry Spear. Greg the Salad. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Okay. This is insane. Holy shit. Guess everybody's kind of bored tonight. Man. Wow. Okay. I have no idea what the fuck we're going to do. But it should be fun. Spielberg sends his regards. Okay. Oh, hey, Henry got his Rev G3 pedal to go with his Rev amplifier. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I love White 6-inch. Jesus. Holy crap. Look at that. This is insane. I can't believe this turnout. Wow. I'm going to see if I can share this on my Facebook. If you guys will. Oh, here we are. And let's put that up on Facebook. And that's going to Facebook. And I'm just going to put this on my Spectre Media page as well. I just wanted to hang out for a couple minutes. It's been a long week. Totally sleep deprived like usual. And, just been kicking ass, doing a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, Mokubo, very nice to hear from you, man. So, yeah, Glenn for president. Just bought a flanger, you rock on it. Sleep is for the week. Hawaiian Freak says he's on a date. I can't just do a live show like this. Hey, everybody. Yeah, say hi to Justin, the Hawaiian Freak. He's an awesome dude from Vegas. He might have been a little bit helpful there with that little Line 6 video I did last January, just before NAMM. That was so much fun. Justin's a really good dude, and the lucky son of a bitch won that Olaf Flying V there a couple of years ago. Anyway, hey, you guys got to let me know if you're joining up the Demented Metal Cover Song Contest, because I want to know. Everybody just check in. And yes, we're going to discuss what happened to TJ. But are you guys joining the contest or what? Let me know. I really want to know. Leave a comment here. Are you guys doing this contest or what? Because we got some really cool stuff coming up for this. No, we can't join anything. Okay. Everyone's like, what? What do you mean, what contest? You don't know? Okay, so... wow, we are having something called the Demented Metal Cover Song Contest. I put a video out about it on Monday. And I put a video out about it a couple weeks ago. Okay, so if you haven't checked that video out, here's what the Demented Metal Cover Song Contest is. I want metal covers of songs that appeared on the Dr. Demento show. So, yeah, the Dr. Yeah, sorry, just kind of zoned out there. Somebody just kind of hit me really fast. So yeah, the Dr. Demento show was like a syndicated comedy show that ran from the 70s all the way up to like now. It's where Weird Al Yankovic had his career launched. It was a huge influence on me in my very early days when I was like 12 years old. I was a huge fan of the show, and I made tapes and tapes and tapes of this. And there was some really brilliant stuff on this show. And so I thought, as a tribute, it would be really awesome to do songs that appeared on this and have you guys do music videos and metal covers of it. And I've got some really cool stuff to give away, like this set of Earthworks drum mics right here, which are freaking amazing. And I should really show you guys this. I've got a slick audio PC, production PC that I'm going to be giving away as well. It's not cheap. It's actually worth quite a few bucks. And yes, I will be giving it away. And it's very fast and it's quiet as death. And it is just simply awesome. And for all you guys who are wondering, am I giving it away? Yes, I am giving it away. So it's very important that you guys get involved with this. There is a link on my website, I think somewhere, let me see if I can find it, about the contest and how you can enter all that stuff. Let me put the link in here and just click on that. Just give me a sec. I'm just pulling this up. And we wait. Oh, where the hell is it? Right here. Yeah. Let me just grab that link for you guys. And this is like the sign up form, all that kind of shit. Still got to put the rules up. Basically, Here we go. And here we go. Nito Hikari, did I be 400 USD or CA for recording? Nito, I'm going to be moving to the States this summer, more than likely. So I'm talking American prices. Yes. It's just, how did I get in a medal? Okay. Yes, Backdoor Studio. It is an international contest. Yes, so everybody can everybody can join this contest. It's open worldwide, and I'd really want to see you guys get into that. We had such a blast reviewing last year's candidates and entries. It was it's over. It's over. Anyway, yeah, sorry, just getting fucking distracted here by all the questions coming in. Holy crap. We met famous bass guitarists who validated rule number 2. Well, Billy Gould thought it was hilarious. Oh, Sean sucks at guitar. What do we got here? Hey, Glenn, I'm wondering how you get vocals to sound good, although they're through a bullhorn, like Jihad by Slayer. Any idea how to do this? Yeah, actually record through a bullhorn. I did this in one of the other videos. I made like a paper cone, and you can use that for an effect as well. But yeah, you could always go to the electronics store and get yourself, like just a cheap megaphone, or find one on Amazon and like hook up an SM7 or a 57 and record that. That can be really cool. So that's kind of neat. Okay, so to everybody who asked, where's TJ? TJ has left the building. He has decided to move on and is hanging up his sticks for the time being. And it's been something he's been doing a little soul searching on for I think about a year now, honestly. And he let me know that he wasn't interested in working on the show anymore, and he's doing his last gig in May. So that kind of sucks. So it's kind of going to be a drag, because he's been a wonderful person to work with. He's been a great guy to bounce ideas off of, and he's definitely written some really funny stuff over the last couple of years. So that's kind of a drag. He's definitely come up with some wonderfully sarcastic commentary over the last couple of years. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Basically, yeah, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to step up my sarcasm a little bit. Oh no. So yeah, bribe him. But I mean, like, this is the thing. I mean, like, he's got his own choices to make, and I certainly respect his decision. It kind of sucks, and I'm really gonna miss him. But hey, that's just how it goes. So you need another asshole. You take on finally. Oh man, what is this? Fum drummer. Can you define the difference between a record producer, the recording engineer, the mixing guy, and the mastering guy, especially the difference between mixing and mastering? Yes. Okay. That is interesting. Thank you so much for that. That's completely unnecessary, but wow. So the record producer, and the thing is, a lot of those jobs are all done by the same person these days. Traditionally, you had people doing all these different roles in pro and commercial studios. Now, not so much. Basically, the producer controls the overall soundscape and helps get the performances out of the artist. The mixer or the engineer is the guy who goes and sets up the mics and then confers with the producer about the overall sound of the record. The mixing guy is who you bring the multi-tracks to when the record is done tracking, and he will work with the producer, and then again they will work on the overall soundscape. Then the mastering guy is the guy who helps sequence the records. He does the heads and tails, like the ins and outs of the songs, the fade outs, all that kind of stuff, and listens to see what songs kind of fit together the best. And he used to be the guy who turns everything up and makes everything loud, but nowadays everybody just does that anyway. So a lot of those guys are all one person now, especially in a home studio situation. But traditionally, yeah, you'd have all kinds of different guys with that. Nowadays, not so much. But that being said, I know great guys in the industry, like Mallory Applebaum and Phil Demetrio, who are just outstanding mastering guys. My good friend Warren Hewitt is an outstanding record producer and a hell of an engineer as well. And I've sat in on a couple of Warren's sessions, and it's really amazing to see him work with the band and get great performances out of people. So that's how that. Oh, Frederick Lundberg. He feels like that's about 1,000 times they're planning to do a Patch Bay video. Yes, I am. Okay, great. Funny you asked that. I'll be right back. I've been wanting to unbox this forever. I got a video coming up on it. And I don't know. I didn't think a full unboxing video on this would be, really interesting because it's just one little item coming out of a box. But yes. Fucking. Oh no, the ass crack move. All right. So you're asking about Patch Bays. Well, got something here. And let me just see if I can crack this open. I've been wanting to unbox this forever. And I think I'm going to be putting this together this weekend. Nito Hikari, do I PayPal you the money or send you the files in Wave or email, but first send you the money? Nito, hey dude, I don't accept any money until I actually have a finished product and ready to go. It's just how I can live with myself. That's just kind of thing. You guys send me tracks, I do some mixes. If you like it, great, pay me. If not, that's fine too. So far, I haven't had anybody not pay me. A couple times it's been difficult, but that's how it goes. Okay, Dylan Edwards asks, hi, Glenn. I want to know your thoughts on bands using multi-tracks live and how much playback is too much playback, like Vulcan guitar and bass tracks through entire sets. Ooh, that's a tough one. I know Devin Townsend got a lot of shit for that. Because it was like, I don't know, if I go to see a band live, I'd like to see a band live, not listen to somebody press play on an iPod. That's my thoughts anyway. So I am going to do a full unbox on this very shortly, but what I got here is something really cool from Redco Audio. And yes, full video coming very soon. But this is a 96-point Patch Bay. Take a look at this bad boy. Ooh, that is cool. So the whole idea here is to bring the jacks on the back of all your rack equipment to the front, so you have easy access to the inputs and outputs. And I still got to do a massive unboxing for Hosa. But I'm going to show you guys that in a couple days. They sent me just a ton of cables. And we're going to do, I'm going to do a whole piece on Patch Bays, why you need it, why you should get one, that sort of thing. And I got to thank Redco Audio and Hosa for making that possible. Like, I got to explain to you guys what normaling is. You can see all the normaling switches up here, how that's going to work. And this is a DB25 patch bay, which is awesome. So that's going to make things very clean coming into that. So that's going to be cool. Now, somebody asked here something. Okay. Fuck you, Glenn. I got the G3 for my fly rig. My Generator 100 is at my band's practice space. Oh, Henry. Fuck. Hey, Henry. Okay. That makes sense. Anyway, yes. Okay. Cliff Burton for sure. Hi, Glenn. What's the name of the mic clip that holds 257s? That's the Wilkinson clip. When the cables cost more than the unit, yes. DB25 cables aren't exactly cheap, so I really got to thank Hosa for that. They were a huge help. But yeah, it's going to be great because I'm just getting so much outboard gear these days. I've got like a little, 48-point patch bay over here, and it's just not big enough. So I'm going to a 96-pointer. And like I said, the DB25s are going to make everything super clean. And I'm going to explain it. I'm going to do this whole video and break it down for you guys in the simplest terms possible. I ran a studio for, I don't know, about 10, 15 years without a patch bay, and I finally got one. I'm like, oh man, why the hell didn't I do this when I started? It would have just made life so much simpler. It's a little bit of work up front, takes a little bit of planning, but it really pays off. Definitely worth getting one. Pretty cool. Major thanks to Redco Audio for supplying this. Again, this thing is just beautiful. This is the R196 patch bay, and yeah, once again, thanks so much to Redco Audio for that. That's going to be great. I can't wait to put it into use. Definitely recommend checking it out. If you're considering getting a patch bay, look at Redco because it's quite affordable for the price. Oh, that's a good question, Adam Taylor. Have you ever personally made a record bad because the band were dicks in the studio? Of course not. Somebody just sent me, how are Earthworks TC QTC series and the SR25 on electric guitar? I just plugged in the SR25 on electric guitar yesterday. It's got a slightly different feel than say a Roswell Delphos. It's definitely got this mid-ranginess to it that's really cool, and it blends really nice with the 57. I was getting a pretty monster tone with it the other day, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get a really cool sound with it. It sounds pretty damn awesome coming through my coffee cab. We had the purple Generator 100 going, and yeah, I was getting this pretty ferocious sound, and I'm really trying to get the hell away from the standard 5150 into a dual rectifier sound because just everybody's doing it. Okay. Polaris 589 says, I'm a PV fanboy. Can you do a quick rundown of the PV amps you like and dislike? Love the 5150, the JSX, the Triple X. Really want to try out the Invictive, and the PV Windsor I really like as well. I think it's one of the best bang for the buck guitar amps ever made. Honestly, I've had one for quite a while, and yeah, it's just great. What's my rate to mix? It's not cheap, Second Sight. Just basically my schedule is so tight these days. I have to charge, quite a bit of money because I'm just so busy doing YouTube. I'm doing 3, 4, 5 videos a week. Rob Knoppel asks, moving to America, are you crazy? No, not at all. This is still up in the air. I'm working on my visa at the moment right now. So I'm just, dotting all the I's and crossing the T's, and, believe it or not, I'm a very well-behaved and respectable law-abiding citizen. I like I said, I'm working on a visa, and I think it'd be amazing. I've got so many friends in Los Angeles and that area, and I think it'd just be outstanding to come down. And I'm really looking forward to going to LA for the summer. I think it'd be great. Have I tried the Hot One binary cab IR loader pedal? No, I have not, but thanks for the heads up, Mr. Ignite. I definitely want to check that out. Definitely, I'm going to write that down. Hot One binary cab IR. What is that? Let's see how that looks. Binary IR, okay. And I'm going to throw that in my favorites because I think that's going to be cool to check out. I've seen a few IR pedals come out as of late, and I think that's really cool. We'll see how that works. It's going to definitely make live performance a lot easier. Maybe you won't have to haul around such a huge rig. Opinion on the Mesa DC5. Haven't tried it. Opinion on the cab clone. You guys all know that. Well, yeah, let's put it this way. Yes, I really hope the DC5 is better than the cab clone. What do I think of a metal guitarist using a compressible pedal? I just bought one and thought you would like your opinion. Yeah, you really don't need one if you're playing metal because the distorted channel kind of compresses your guitar as it is. Well, Rob Doppels, some people can handle freedom, some can't. Can't wait to see you rocking in the free world, Glenn. Yeah, I'm just going to say thank you and leave it at that. Seriously, though, I absolutely love Los Angeles. I love visiting. It's just a fantastic city full of fantastic people. There's just so much cool stuff going on all the time. And it's a sincere pleasure and privilege to visit. So if I get to spend the summer there, I think that'd be great. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully somebody hopefully I get approved. Let's just put it that way. I'm sure it'd be awesome because I'd be able to do a lot more fan meetups in LA, which would be great as well. I do fan meetup in Windsor, but nobody would come because, well, hey, let's face it, it's Windsor. It's like, it's like living on Luke Skywalker's ranch on Tatooine. It's like there's just no bright center of the universe there. So somebody asked me here, live vid looks fantastic. Could you quickly explain what you're using for the video right now? Yes, I can. Thank you so much. I've been working towards this one for a while. I'm using first and foremost a Panasonic GH5, and I'm using, I've got one of those. I've got an LED panel over there for the backlight, and then just for some fill, I've got a couple of compact fluorescents that are all daylight colored. But I'm using the Cam something or other. What the hell is this thing called? Bear with me a second here. No, that's not it. That's not it. Shit. Cam ID? What's this thing called? Fucking video capture device is Cam Link. Yes, Ignato Cam Link or something like that. Let me find you guys a link to that. And this is the big thing. There's a Cam Link. Yeah, here we go. Elgato Cam Link. I'm going to send you guys a link to this Cam Link in 1 second here. Here we go. And what that allows me to do is put my GH5 as a webcam. And that's really awesome. Here we go. Check that out. Yeah, the cam, like I said, I'm able to use the Cam Link as a webcam. It really does the trick, and I'm using open broadcast software, which captures that. I would really like to get a second camera going so I can get like a wide shot or something like that, and I can do a few more of these things because I think it'd be really cool. The great thing about open broadcast is it allows you to work as a live switcher. Do I have the Waves Mercury bundle? No. But I might be getting something in the very near future. We'll see. There's a good one. How does a concert drum setup differ from a recording setup regarding positioning a microphone setup? It's a lot more critical in the studio. I mean, like for like concert setting in a small to medium venue, I mean, like you're going to hear the live drums. So you're just kind of augmenting, the natural acoustic sound of the drums. Whereas in the studio, you've really got to get it critically perfect. So that its placement is much more critical. That's the word I'm looking for in a studio situation. Chris Carter asked me, everyone always says to replace your string every time you record, but how often during recording do you actually have to have the strings changed? Between takes, between songs, or once before tracking? Chris Carter, just once before tracking generally. Bass guitar, I'll throw a new set of strings on a bass if I'm doing some critical recording. And I generally ask guitar players, hey, throw strings on the day before or something like that. Like, let's get the guitars sounding as best as they can. But generally, a set of guitar strings will last the tracking of a record. Shouldn't be a problem unless you break one. That's no problem at all. Oh, we got something coming in on this. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, it's Jack. Okay. Do I like ribbon mics for metal? Only for drum rooms. I'm actually doing a piece on ribbon mics in one of the viewers' comments coming up. Oh, hey, Ricky Schwartz. I'm a 16-year-old guitarist who wants to make it in some hard rock band for a career. Any advice? Work your ass off. Do I support heavy gauge strings? Sure. What's my favorite video game of all time? Probably Elite. I started playing that in like 86, and now we've got Elite Dangerous, which is pretty awesome. I played that actually, summer 2014. Myself and Kevin Andresian from Dillinger Escape Plan, we played that together quite a bit. And I'm a huge fan of Elite Dangerous. I haven't had much chance to put any time in recently because YouTube has me so busy. Doing 3 videos a week plus holding down a full-time day job. And it can be a little overwhelming at times. So, yeah. So there is that. Hey, Glenn, do you use a vocal processor? Not a dedicated one. I've got my Great River MP to Envy and my Empirical Labs Distressor, which I'm using right now, and that's what's giving me this wonderful voiceover sound. And that's it. The rest is all just me. Do I blend samples on kick and snare? Absolutely not. Bring back the drummer, I say. Everybody does that these days, blending samples and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, it's so cliche. Hey, Ted Hunt, what do I think about tenor guitars? I've never actually used one, so I'm guessing most are altos. Yeah, I've never used a tenor guitar, and it seems a little weird for metal. No, you're thinking you want to go baritone guitars. Have I tried the Engel Victor? No, I have not. I've got my Engel cab, which is awesome, and that's about it. Who likes Rockman enough? I haven't listened to enough to make any kind of judgment. Why compress on the way in when there's Rhea insert? Philosophy. Because I've only got one distressor, that's why. Honestly, I've got better results compressing on the way in because you can feed that back to the drummer in his headphones and it will affect his performance. Like, say, if you're compressing a snare drum, that kind of thing. I always compress the vocal on the way in with a distressor. It's just kind of a no-brainer. And I just wish I had about, 7 more distressors. I got to say this. I have been playing with the Slate FGX and I've been extremely impressed with that. I should really do a quick shootout with that and show you guys and see how it works. No, I haven't tried the Arouser. Apparently that's the software version of the distressor. But like I said, I've tried the Slate one and it's pretty close. Like I said, I got to do I got to do a shootout video. Maybe I can put that out for Wednesday. Keeley Filmons or Wampler Dakaris. I know Robert Keeley and I know Brian Wampler. They're both really good dudes who build outstanding equipment, so I am not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole. That, and I'm not a big pedal guy at all. That's kind of a question for Henning. He's the big pedal nerd. And have I tried the Fort and Grind? No, I have not. Wow, look at all these. I have a chance to compare the Slate Distressor, and I agree with Glenn. Yeah. Glenn, jam bands, yes or no? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've really ever gone to see one, so yeah. Holy crap, just look at all these questions. Any tips on mastering your own mixes? Yes. Practice. Here's what I do. I throw my mastering chain on a mix right from the get-go, from the minute I first start tracking. And that's called top-down mastering, and we kind of stole the idea from Andy Sneap about 10 years ago. And yeah, it's been great. It's been a great way to work. We did that with like Game Over from Final Stage, and I've done it on every single record since. It's been a wonderful way to work. I've just been thrilled. And yeah, just killer. Rectifiers versus boogies. Okay, here's something you guys might not have known. I've owned a dual rectifier since the year 2000. I actually bought it for myself as a wedding present to myself. And I've had it for a very long time. It's been a magnificent amp. It's been a wonderful studio tool. It's a little grimy compared to say like a rev generator, especially the purple monstrosity back there. But it's a good solid amp, and that's why I ragged on Mesa so hard for putting out the cab clone, because I'm used to them building such outstanding gear, like the rectifier, like the Mark V, like the rectifier cabinets. In my opinion, I don't think the cab clone deserved to have the Mesa badge on it because it was just a horrible piece of shit. And they can hate me all they want for saying that, but it's not going to make their product any better. The only thing that's going to make that product better is if they put a digital back end on it and start using impulse. I mean, like, a load box on an amp is a load box on an amp is a good thing. I don't have a problem with that, but trying to use analog circuits to model another analog circuit is not a smart idea. If you use a hybrid system like Two Notes does, where you have a digital modeling system which loads up cabinet impulses, that's a smart thing to do. And yeah, I definitely want to check out some of these cab IR loader pedals. It should be pretty awesome. So once again, thanks to Redco Audio for that. I hope to start installing that this weekend, actually. That should be cool. I'm going to have to do like a time-lapse video of that because I got to tear all this gear out of the desk and get it rewired. So that's going to be a ton of work. There's just, I've got a couple of really awesome preamps here from Ward Beck that I want to use that I can't right now. I want to be able to use the EQs. And I want to start breaking some rules when it comes to recording guitar, especially when it comes to using EQ on guitar. And because I don't know, I've been reading some things about Chris Lord-Alge and how he mixes, and he gets pretty aggressive with these EQs. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could try that. Maybe we'll get something cool. Tubes or SS for bass? Dude, honestly, the Dark Glass Microtubes 900 is simply the greatest bass amp I have ever heard in my entire life. Oh, who's called me? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Hold on. Hey, everybody. Say, Jack, you suck. What's happening, Jack? Hey, I'm on a live stream, dude. Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah, just throw it up on Facebook. Hey, guys, you remember Jack from Better Than Jack from last year? Yeah, he's on the phone right now. So yeah, so everyone just tell Jack what you really think about him. Yeah. All right. Take care, guys. See ya. Well, take care, Jack. Okay. Oh, you guys are fucking mean. Wow. Oh, man. Well, what that phone call was actually about, we were up at Union Sound City in Toronto. I was actually doing a premium lesson with Protocol, and we tracked 2 songs up there, and Jack's playing guitar for them now. And he took some video footage of us working in the studio there. He was just letting me know he's getting that to me. So that will be coming out in the next month or two. I gotta track about 3-4 hours of video on that. Hey, I hope if any of you guys have grabbed my premium lesson, please do. It's pretty fucking awesome. And if any of you guys have done it, I really hope it's been helpful. I hope you guys have learned a few things. So if you have, let me know in the comments. By the way, while I've got all 300 of you here, Carrie West asks, hey, Glenn, are you my dad? No, I had a vasectomy, so definitely not. Sorry about your luck, kid. She's got the jack. Jesus Christ, it's still going on. Sorry for Protocol, but kind of worried about Jack being in it. Holy crap. Look at all these fucking questions. Easy, guys. Easy. Okay, here's one. Okay, my band is recording our first single to get gigs. However, the producer wants us to pitch correct, and I'm the only guy in the band who is against it. Help, we are fucking a noise rock band. Why would you pitch correct a noise rock band? Oh, come on, that's insane. Wow. Tell your fucking producer to start listening to some Sex Pistols or something. Go put on Nevermind the Bollocks. Fuck. Why do people insist on fixing shit that doesn't need to be fixed? I already missed TJ. That's great. Yeah, that's what I don't get. It's like, okay. All right. Let me find something here. I got something for you guys as well because you're just super cool, and we got all these guys hanging out on the live stream. I'm gonna make you guys a special offer. And where the hell is it? Let me find it here. Just bear with me a second. Oh, here we go. Hopefully, yeah, this didn't get lost. Copy link location. All right, let me go into Bitly for a second here. And paste link. Copy. And okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, stream options. What do we got here? Lansing cards. Okay. We good here? Make sure I got everything here. Yep. Okay, we're good. And what do we got here? Oh, okay. Yeah, hang on a second. Guys, I just need 2 seconds. I'm going to take a little break for a second here. I'll be right back. It's going to play a short ad. Okay. Hey, Glenn, what do you know about headphone mixes? Have you ever done, do you have a headphone amp, and what are your mix tutorials on and your mixing tutorials on Mix Academy are awesome. Okay, Lawrence, thank you so much for that. I don't recommend mixing on headphones, and this is just because, I used to read Recording Magazine excessively, and the guys who would do mixes on headphones, they'd always run into problems because headphones lie in terms of frequency balance and where your instrument is placed in the stereo field. So yeah, I don't know so much about mixing. Waves has got something cool where you can it's kind of a tracking thing. So I don't know. It might work. It might not. I don't know. So I'm not sure about that. But from what I know, oh God, I'm again, sorry, just getting blown away by all these questions. What I know about mixing on headphones is it's just generally not a good idea. So yeah. Noise Factory asks, are there any Canadians manufacturing hot sauce? Hey, Noise Factory down in Texas there. By the way, I got that box from your friend. Wow, that was quite shocking and surprising. And tell him thank you so much. That was completely unnecessary, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Somebody asked, do I know Phil Allen? Not personally. Is he a good boy? Lawrence, hey, I sent my question. I'm tracking mixes for recording, not song mixing. My bad. Headphone mixes. For tracking, sure. I guess if you're playing guitar and whatnot, yeah. Do I have a headphone amp? Yes, of course I've got a headphone amp. I use a headphone amp on my RME Fireface, and I've got for big ones, I've got an Aphex, which is great. But the RME Fireface is great. I used to have a Mackie Big Knob, which was a headphone amp and had talkback and all that shit, and it took up a lot of desk space, and I've replaced it with this. That's it, the ARC USB. And this takes a mic preamp, and I use that for talkback. This is my talkback, and it just throws a compressor on it. I hit the talkback button, and people can hear me. It's freaking amazing. The Army stuff is simply top notch. It's if you're talking PC based recording systems, the Army is just spectacular. Can't say enough good things about it. Okay, hey, you guys want to get a deal on 10 premium lessons? You guys want to get some Motorhead multi-tracks, Galacticon. You guys remember the show Metalocalypse? Brendan Small, he was the brains behind that one. He's got his solo project called Metalocalypse. There's stuff in there. Ulrich Wild's got a couple things in there. Cameron Webb, he does Motorhead and the Aquabats and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm in this as well. I've got 2 of my lessons in this. I'm going to send you guys a link for this. This is like a $400 value. It's going for shit. Let me see here how much this is going for. Just a sec. Sorry, doing the salesman job. 147. So yeah, what would normally cost $400 is only $147. And because you guys are on this live stream, you're getting access to it right now. Here we go. Click this link. If you want to get your hands on some awesome lessons, there is, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9, 10. There's going to be hours and hours and hours of video in there, multi-tracks. And so, yeah, we got Bob Marlette, who's worked with like Black Sabbath and John 5 and a whole bunch of those cool people. Cameron Webb, who's done Motorhead, Ulrich Wild. It's the Galacticon stuff. I'm in there. Warren Hewart, he's in there as well. And yeah, more Ulrich Wild. Here we go. So check that out. Definitely freaking awesome. I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Ulrich. He is definitely an awesome guy. He's actually been on a live stream with me. So there we go. Okay, did I get everybody here? Okay, great. So, noise factor. What do you think would happen if Eddie Van Halen, Flea, Paul Stanley, and Mike Portnoy got together? I think they actually make it all, or it'd just be an epic failure. Oh, I don't know. Why would you put Paul Stanley in that mix? Eddie Van Halen and Mike Portnoy would be a great blend just from there. But Paul Stanley, why? Thoughts on Brent Hines' Orange Terror? I think Orange should send me one. When to compress distorted guitars? Just a multi-band if the palm mutes start farting around all over the place. That'd be the first place to go. Glenn, I want a Harley Benton 1x12 or 2x12. What amps do you recommend for budget? The same amp heads I've always been saying. Get the Joyo Zombie for that. Gibson Bankruptcy. Already did a video on that. Nice try. No, I have not recorded reggae. That's a good question. How would one who would like to start audio engineering start? You mean, how do you get started? Well, I can only go from my own experience with that question. I bought some gear and, talked to my friends. Called over some friends' bands and did a record for them. And we had fun. And next thing you know, word got out. Hey, these days, it's like a lot of bands like to record themselves. Do I still record bands? Yes. Dallas Berry Official, that's a good question. Do I still record bands? Yes. Occasionally. Most of the time I'm just demoing material. It's a different vibe. It's a little stressful, and honestly, after 20 years of it, I'm a little burned on it. So I right now, if I'm demoing something, I'll call up some friends and, we'll have them come in and play. And most of the time I don't run into a lot of the problems I'd usually do working with bands, like people not knowing their material or having whacked out ideas about what's going to work with what. So that's my opinion anyway. And so I'm having a lot of fun. Basically, I can be my own boss and not have to worry about making things sound good to somebody else's expectation. Even on the Protocol thing, I mean, everybody's pretty cool about it, but Jack, wanted this guitar to sound this way or that way. And I'm like, dude, we're working on a lesson for people to reamp. It's not going to matter. But yes, I know you know better about guitar tone. Ugh. Okay, here's a good one. I've learned a lot about it as a beginner engineer and recorded my own stuff from you. Whoa, shit. Thoughts on older Dean guitars for the price? I've replaced basic stuff like tuners and love it. Good use of $60 plus parts. Yes, some of the older Deans are awesome. Yeah, if you can get your hands on one, great. Another great brand, if you can find them, that was really popular in the 80s that's kind of died off is a Canadian brand called Lado. Those guitars were simply fantastic. If you can get your hands on one and you want to upgrade it, they're beautiful pieces of wood. I had a buddy of mine, he found like a hot pink Lado. It was like the ugliest thing ever. He stripped the paint off and did like a satin oil finish on it, and that guitar was just fucking wicked. Okay, here's another one from Frozen Pony. Hey, Glenn, do you blend a bass amp with a guitar amp on a clean or crunchy setting? Also, shirt ideal. Your significant other is not a band member. Oh, that's a great shirt idea. I'm writing that down right fucking now. Let me pull up Photoshop. I'm totally stealing that. That's awesome. I'm going to write this down or I'm going to fucking forget. Where the fuck are we here? Yep. Your significant other is not a band member. That is fucking great. All right. Let me just throw this on. Dun, dun, dun. That's great. I'm saving that and band member. Okay, great. Done and done and done. Okay, thank you. Okay. Whew. Thank you, Frozen Pony, for that. Do I blend a bass amp with a guitar amp on clean and crunchy setting? No, I don't. Sorry, I just use for guitar I use my Rev, and for bass I use the Dark Glass. So that's what I do there. Okay, David Velez, who's been a huge fan of the channel for quite some time. Hey, Glenn, do you know anyone at Telefunken? I've got the M80SH on a recommendation from Matt Brown, professor of drum, Nail the Mix, and it's outstanding on snare drum. Maybe they'll send you one to try out. Maybe they will. That'd be pretty cool. I've met the Telefunken people before, and they've got a lot of cool fucking mics. Definitely. But then again, the Earthwork stuff's pretty fucking amazing too. So there we go. And sounds like, okay, hold on a second here. 1 minute, please. Just heard the beeps going off. That sounds like it's Julie. Hey, everybody. Hey, Julie, I'm live here with 300 people. If you want to say hi? I didn't think so. Hello. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. So the wife just got home from work. So I'm going to hang out for about another 15 minutes, and then I've got to wrap it up and go put in some quality time with the most important person in my life. Can we get a comparison of Randall, Rev, Mazer Rectifier, and Engel amps? Those seem viable options for me, but never heard those on one review. I might be able to get the Engel. I've got a Mazer Rectifier. I've got the Rev. I'll have to look around, see if I can find somebody who's got a Randall. That's a tough one, but I don't see why I can't do that. And Low Tech Mods, can you admit you're a fraud, please? Thanks. Oh, hey, everybody, say hi to Low Tech Mods. This guy comes in on the show and just shits all over everything I do I have no idea why. So if you could all say hello to him and make him feel like, his opinion means something, that'd be great. Because he's obviously looking for attention, and it'd be really awesome if we all gave him some. Yeah, I don't. Thank you so much for that, guys. I really have no idea what the problem is there. But hey, holy crap! Thank you, guys. All right, holy shit. What are my thoughts on Prince? I don't know. Wasn't really a huge fan. I lived through that whole Prince thing back in the 80s. I remember, Let's Go Crazy was pretty awesome. I never really was a big Prince fan until I saw him do While My Guitar Gently Weeps at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. Wow, what a killer guitar player. Holy shit. Why didn't he play guitar like that more? That was my question. I think if he played more hard rock, I would have been a bigger fan. But the guy's got great taste in recording studios. He did Purple Rain at Studio 2 at Sunset Sound, and I got to spend a couple days in there with Warren, and we were doing some drum stuff, and it was pretty cool. More on that later. But I can see why Prince had the studio recreated at his place. It was just awesome because the vibe in that place was amazing. So Prince actually had that studio recreated like brick for brick at his own studio, and that was kind of fucking awesome. I think the guy was a brilliant musician. It wasn't particularly my cup of tea, but if you're into him, that's great. Okay, so Ramiro asks, Glenn, the man, cheers from Brazil. Do you enjoy any bands from Brazil? Thanks for the great content. Funny you mentioned that. Well, yeah, Sepultura, of course. There was a band called Cavalar. That was kind of like, I think the drummer was originally from Brazil. They were pretty fucking cool. And I just met a band, I just met a guitar player at NAMM. She was from Brazil, Volcana. That was the name of the group, and she's pretty fucking wicked. We met at the Joyo booth. You'll probably see that video in a week or two. But yes, Angra. Oh yeah, duh. Of course. What am I talking about? Of course, Angra. Yes, Philippe Androli's been on the show. I've had him play on stuff, and we're gonna get him on here again. Yeah, Angra is fucking amazing. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks about that. Play Minecraft. Thoughts on My Chemical Romance. Please validate my guilty pleasure. Okay, here we go. You know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with listening to bands like that. If it makes you happy, if you enjoy it, then that is absolutely fine. Rusty, I don't play Minecraft because I don't have time. I'm too busy making YouTube content. Dale Weber asked, do I like Pete Sandoval drumming? I'm not sure who that is, but I know Gonzo Sandoval's drumming, and I've been a big fan of his ever since I was a teenager. But yes, you are allowed to have shitty taste. Back on the thing, My Chemical Romance. Like I said, if you like that kind of stuff, you know what? That's fine. We might laugh at you a little bit, but if you enjoy it, go for it. Why not? You know, it's like, what was it? You know, Warren recorded Black Veil Brides. Yeah, we like to bust his balls about it once in a while, but, you know, hey, whatever. I'm sure it was a cool gig. Do I ever play racing games? I used to. I used to play, like, the IndyCar simulator, and that was a lot of fun, but, again, don't have a huge amount of time to play anything anymore. What was that slot racer game that, shit. What's the free PC racer where you've got to build all the insane tracks, Track Mania Nations or something like that? Yeah, Track Mania, the ultimate track racing game. Yeah, that's a fun game. You know, if I ever get any more fucking time, maybe I'll check it out. Mario Kart's greater than IndyCar simulators. Philippe Androli is a real bass player. Haha. Yes, Philippe Androli is an awesome bass player. It was a real pleasure to have him on the show. So, yeah. What do we got here? Okay. Uh-oh. Somebody got pissed off there about something. Where is it? First off, fuck you, Glenn MCR isn't shitty. Second thoughts on YouTube cover artists like Jonathan Young. I don't know who Jonathan Young is. The only YouTube cover artist I've ever watched is Leo. And yeah, I think Leo's an amazing musician, and I wish I had his fan base. I'm totally jealous on that. Leo's a great musician and just a great dude. I've had the pleasure of hanging out with him several times. And, you know, he's just one of those guys, you know, that's, you know, you want to be around and hang out with because he's just such an awesome, positive force. What do I think about Joey Jordison's snare sound on the first album? I don't know. I haven't listened to it enough to know any better. Have I ever heard of Ligma? No. Next concert I'm going to, no idea. Hey, Glenn, just so you know, the voice used for viewers' comments is how my voice actually sounds. Just like, you know, it's worth a few yucks. Hey, Julia Spear, how's it going? Holy crap. Thanks so much for dropping by. What do I think about the Avenged Sevenfold song I forced you to listen to? Well, I don't think I'm going to run out and buy the record anytime soon. Let's put it that way. Okay, got a little tired here. I'm gonna hang out for another 7 minutes. Judas Priest and Deep Purple concert. I think I might be in LA at that time, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I would love to go, maybe, because Deep Purple's honestly one of the best live bands I've ever seen, and Judas Priest being the other most amazing live band I've ever seen. Apparently Glenn Tipton's been getting up on stage quite a bit, for the last few shows, which I think is awesome. I'd really love to see the guy play one more time. I think that'd be great. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, Robert Thompson's asking a question here. Can get my mind around how to send my snare track to the room mics so they raise volume when the snare hits and go back down so you don't get so much cymbal wash. What's the routing exactly, please? Robert, I hope you're working with Drum Leveler because that's how I do it. You have to use the Drum Leveler program, and basically you want to send an aux send to your snare track, and you want to take the sidechain input on Drum Leveler and set that to your snare drum input. And then you want to set the gate range to about 9 or 10 dB so they will drop and then just pop up when the snare is being hit. It's a little weird, but yeah, that's the best way I can explain to it. Make sure you're doing your sends if you are doing it in Reaper. Hey, Robert Thompson, if you're still confused on that, why don't you send me an email about that? Go to my Spectre Media website, spectremedia.ca, and just kind of fill out a contact form, and I'll try and walk you through that if I can. Thanks very much for asking that, by the way. You can do it with a gate sans drum lever, but drum lever makes it easier. Yes, it does. Luke asks, tips on suggest future videos. What are things that go into making a mix sound retro versus modern? How to achieve each on purpose as an artistic goal? Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, that would be good though. I mean, like retro versus modern. Easy. Yeah, just turn off all the fucking. Good God. Yeah, turn off all the bullshit. Turn off all the auto tune and the drum samples. That's a good way to get a retro sounding mix these days. Have the band play live off the floor. That's a good way to do it. One of the protocol tracks we did for the premium lesson, we did live off the floor. We even turned off the metronome, and honestly, it went from metal to sounding more like punk, which was great. Best video camera for sub $599 and sub $1199. The Panasonic G7 for under $599, and the $1199 is probably going to be the upcoming Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera number 2. And Andrew Quintal asks, tangent from the Gibson video, thank you for Schecter recommendation a while back at the Demented, and I've been enjoying it. I love my Schecter. I got a Hellraiser in about 2006, 2007, something like that. And it's been phenomenal. It's been a spectacular guitar. I'm so glad I got that instead of a Gibson. Like, holy shit. I've been just blown away by how good that is. It stays in tune. It's wound up on a ton of records. Yeah, they're just fucking great. You guys want a solid studio machine, get a Schecter. Oh, somebody mentioned Rick Beato here. What's up? Glenn, did I see Rick Beato's video with I9? It's a huge lesson on why auto-tune is for the weak. No, I did not, but Rick Beato is somebody I've got a lot of respect for. I think he's a really, really cool dude. I think he's very passionate about what he does, and I'm really glad he's come along. And I hope I get to meet him someday because I'm a huge fan of his. Okay, coming up on the end of this here. Okay, and let's put. He's done. All right, I put low tech mods into a timeout because I'm just tired of his bullshit. Yeah, generally I am in. I hate to say this, I support free speech right up until the point where it becomes harassment, and I'm done. So it's like. I don't mind if somebody tells me to fuck off. I can believe me, I can handle it. I get people say fuck you, Glenn, all the time. I've got no problem with that. But when somebody's just going out of their way to be a complete cunt, fuck it. Go take a break. What's the troll? Hey Glenn, think of upgrading my Audient ID14 to an Antelope Discreet 4. Thoughts? Don't. Yeah, seriously, I love my Audient stuff. They're great. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Audient stuff. You guys remember the Earthworks demo I did with that amazing drum sound? Yeah, that's using all Audient pre's. So okay. So yeah, sorry, just getting kind of caught up here. Yeah, again, I don't think you need to upload. I don't think the Antelope would really be an upgrade. Antelope built some good stuff, but I know their reamps coming out of their units aren't very hot, so they leave something to be desired. I'm not sure how. I'm sure the drivers are fine, but honestly, the audience stuff is spectacular. I've got no issue with it. How hard would you smack someone that's out about using an HM2 and or metal zone for their guitar tone? I don't have dude, like, oh yeah, well, no, I gave that to Rafinsky. Actually, I had a custom builder build me like a modern version of an HM2, for that buzzsaw Swedish death metal sound. So there we go. All right, any favorite off the wall music? Fumaka, Preda, Brazil, or strictly no metal stuff? I've been playing with the Aquabats track from the Ultimate Rock Mixing Bundle, which I'm going to put a link to right here. And check that out. It's awesome. And that's like a ska song for like what was essentially a kid's show. And I'm really enjoying the hell out of it because, it's just super snappy, really well recorded. I love the HM2. Somebody's asked me, would you consider coming to Australia to do a master class at the SA Institute Quantum Brisbane? Yes, please. Can we get them to invite me? Yes, I'd love to go. How do we make that happen? Are you a student there? Feast on Metal Australia. Please let me know. Let me know if we can make that happen. Thoughts on the MXL 990? Pick one up cheap or not? Dude, get a Lewitt. The 640 is great. The Lewitt stuff's spectacular. Glenn, house got recently struck by lightning and lost a lot of mixer. Are there any tips you give for having a patience to retract all this shit? Oh, man, I share your pain. I remember in my early days, I was working with raid stripes and lost some critical work, and that really sucked. So, yeah. Just, keep on, man. It sucks, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, seriously, hey, guy from Australia who's asking about SAE, could you please email me and let me know what you think. Let's see if we can make that possible. Do you still need a criminal record to get into Australia? I don't know. Ask Ozzy Man about that. Thoughts on mic emulation bundles? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I don't know. I've heard some great things about the Slate stuff. I got to try it. We'll see what goes on. Anyway, okay. All right, seriously, I think I need to wrap it up for the evening. I'm just about done. I need to get some sleep. Glenn, have I ever recorded bass for a band because nobody could do it right? Yes, I have. Feast on Metal Australia. Like I said, yes, please go to my Spectre Media Facebook page, or not my space. Go to my Spectre Media website, and fill out a contact form. Let me know about that. Yeah, I would love to go to Australia. I would love to do that. I've taught at a few different recording schools. I've taught at OEArt here in Canada. I would love to lecture at SAE in Australia. And if SAE needs reference, tell them to talk to Edgar Hernandez at SAE in Hollywood. He's a good buddy of mine, and we've definitely hung out more than a couple times. Anyway, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope I was able to be helpful. And Ron Bain, yes, I just tried it out a couple minutes ago. It's pretty damn cool. It's definitely will rival anything out there for software-based amp sims. It's pretty fucking cool. And I love the fact you can load up your own IRs and it will like do time alignment and shit. There's a couple of really super nice features in there. Anyway, guys, I really do got to bail. I need to get some sleep. I got to get up at the crack of dawn and go back to my wonderful day job. And thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. And it's been really great to hear from all of you. And I will send this out one more time. Check this out. Click this link. Check out the Ultimate Rock Mixing Bundle. And save yourself like over $200 on this because it's just freaking awesome. And do me a favor, click that link. Please click that link, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Everybody have a wonderful evening. And don't forget, viewers' comments hits tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I got something extra special coming out on Sunday. I'll see you guys then. Take care.